Hey guys, there's been a consistent rise in fraud schemes, this one hitting an elderly woman in Detroit living on a fixed income, and right now it's unclear if she will get that money back.
It came up on my phone as Michigan First Credit Union.
81-year-old Constance Jackson says it all started with an unsolicited phone call. A man claiming to be from her bank, Michigan First Credit Union, said someone tried unsuccessfully to use her account in Texas and that they would lock the account for 24 hours. The next day,
I called the credit union to see how to get my account unlocked. They told me that they had never called me, and they said that the money was gone. They told me that I had been scammed.
the con hit the 81-year-old grandmother, widow, and retired school administrator hard, withdrawing $4,000 from her account via Zelle in one day. Jackson thought the credit union would make her whole. She waited a few weeks and then called the bank again.
They told me that I had to recoup my money through Zelle. And they had tried to get the money from Zelle. They could only recoup $35 of the $4,000 that was taken.
Michigan First Credit Union is investigating what happened. Zelle is a digital payment service often used by banks to transfer money from one account to another. A Zelle spokesperson says they're not on the hook for the money lost. The bank is. Complaints against mobile payment apps, including Zelle, have skyrocketed this year as more consumers fall prey to scams.
We've all been involved in countless data breaches. You hear about them on the news all of the time.
And cybersecurity expert David Derigiotis says some of our personal information ends up on the dark web. Scammers sometimes use it to contact us and try to convince us to give up more sensitive information like login IDs, passwords, or security codes.
Don't ever give out information if you are contacted directly. I don't care if they're telling you they're from the bank, if they're from the FBI, whatever it may be. Always hang up and contact them directly.
And that's not all.
Set up two-factor authentication with any of your online accounts, especially your banking. It's going to create that additional barrier and level of security for somebody to be able to get in. And finally, I think some of the things with regards to the financial institutions, set up a notice and alert. Go online, have them flag you, send you a text, send you an email anytime there's a certain amount of money being transferred or accessed over any dollar amount.
The credit union would not say much about this case in particular, but they did offer a statement which reads in part, "We are deeply saddened when an individual experiences financial loss as a result of fraud and do our very best to help our members avoid these types of situations. The guidance and security measures we provide only go so far. It is ultimately the responsibility of each member to follow through on these efforts to keep their money safe." Now, the credit union says it's important to note that banks and financial institutions will not ask their customers and members for things like login IDs, passwords, or security codes. So if anyone is trying to get that information from you, if they're calling you, emailing you, consider that a red flag.